Welcome to Dane by Local. I'm your host, Karina Crade, and I'm standing here with Raina and Nevin. How are you guys today?
Great.
Good. Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are from the Burnie's Rock Shop, and you have two locations here in Madison, one on the east side and one on Park Street.
Correct.
And we have, first of all, every time you guys come here, I love it because our table is just filled with cool things. And we've got a lot to talk about today. So we're talking about jewelry making and jewelry, where you can buy the tools, jewelry tools. Mm-hmm. So let's dive in right away. So I'm looking here at these beautiful colors. Tell me a little bit about these stones.
All cabochons, as we call them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They are stones indeed, but some of the varieties that we carry at the store on Johnson Street, which would be ideal for a beginning jeweler to learn how to set.
Okay.
So this is the name for those stones that have a generally smooth top.
So
cabochon.
Cabochon.
C-A-B-O-C-H.
Okay, and these are really great. So if somebody's interested in making jewelry, these are great stones for that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wonderful.
They can be prong set, but we brought a bunch of examples of what an intro class would attempt with a stone setting is probably a bezel setting where the wire wraps all the way around the stone and
such
protects
a
the edge.
common look and so beautiful, timeless look here. And this would be considered a beginning class?
I think you could do that in a beginner class. Mm-hmm.
This is gorgeous.
In fact, this ring is by a gentleman who taught silversmithing in Wisconsin. His name is Bob Mikulski, and he's done a beautiful embellishment by making a ring with a double shank instead of just a simple single line, and a beautiful piece of turquoise.
And you can really pick any color to put in here. So if you're more of the orange or green or blue, that's what's nice about making your own jewelry too. You get to pick what you want for different outfits and different occasions. So we're moving over here. I'm seeing some really, really cool tools and little gadgets here. Now this is to size your finger.
Correct. A person would size their ring with something like really huge or small. And for example, if you're a size 7 and you've measured your finger with a very narrow measuring tool, you might actually have to go up a half a size or a whole size to wear a thicker ring because the knuckle resists putting on a wide band.
And that's what I love about what you guys offer too is, someone can come in and get these questions answered. When they want to dive into making jewelry, they can feel, kind of welcomed with all this because you guys have all of this cool different tools. So I'm looking here, this looks pretty hefty-duty.
One of these is not like the others.
Yeah, we got a lot of things. And so these would all be something you would need to make jewelry, correct?
Except that's a rock hammer.
That's a rock hammer.
Just an illustration of some of the more prospector-oriented material tools that we carry.
Correct.
But all the other ones for jewelry smithing.
You'll see that our metal hammers have polished faces, unlike a blacksmithing hammer, which would impact directly on iron and the anvil. Ours are polished because if you're hitting silver, you're going to want to have a polished face so that it doesn't make scratchy dents every time you strike the surface.
I learn something every day and so important. And here's would this be considered raw silver?
This is sterling silver, round wire, very heavy gauge.
Okay, and this is another piece that someone would purchase to make jewelry, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the square inch for a project. So if you have sort of an idea of the parameters of what you want for a project, we can find the right gauge and dimensions for you.
And you guys offer smaller pieces, so when you're ordering online, you don't get that really custom feel that you can get when you're coming into a store and talking to someone like both of you.
We offer sterling silver from thin to thicker gauges, sold by the square inch. That piece of sterling silver sells for $32.50 for a square inch.
Wonderful.
Yikes.
Yeah, but what's nice is someone can come in and actually just buy what they need, which is really great too.
The solders that one would need too for fusing one piece of wire to another or the sheet.
Yeah.
So we carry the solders as well.
Okay, that's wonderful. So kind of the whole thing, if you want to make jewelry, you want to go into Burnie's Rock Shop and definitely get all the tools and then all your questions answered too and guidance, which is so important. Really before I go, because we're almost out of time here, I want to talk about a little promotion you're doing. If you spend over $50 and you mention Dane by Local, you get these really cool jewelry wipes. And what's nice about those is you can travel with them. They make things shiny and beautiful and you don't have to worry about that messy liquid stuff. And you can actually, you were telling me earlier, you reuse it and reuse it until it really is done, and there's multiple in there. So
Yep,
definitely.
25 to a pack.
That's wonderful. So stop into Burnie's Rock Shop. They're located in 2 locations in Madison, East Side and Park Street. Thank you guys so
you're
much
welcome.
for
Thank
being
you.
here. And we will definitely be thinking about making jewelry this summer and this fall because it sounds like so much fun.
Remember that the tools are primarily purchased at the East Side location, 901 East Johnson Street.
Good thing to note too, but the stones you can get at both locations, and these are definitely sparkling and making our studio so beautiful. So thank you again. And this has been Dane by Local. We'll be right back.